Hello, hello. So today we're going to be going through the National Geographic Road Atlas. I love maps, so this will be very fun. And specifically, we're going to be looking at Atlanta and the surrounding area because I'm very familiar with that area. We're just going to be doing some tracing and some talking, just some lore and fun anecdotes about the area because I grew up in Metro Atlanta and I thought it would be fun. And I'm sorry if this is shaky. I don't have a tripod, so I'm just holding my phone. Let's see. So, we're looking at Atlanta, which is the capital and largest city of Georgia. It is home to about 600,000 people in Atlanta proper, but in metropolitan Atlanta, there is about 7 million people. When I was a child, it was only about 4.5 million. Atlanta has now become the center of cinema in the South, which is very cool, and it is the headquarters of Marvel. Around Atlanta, you'll see all these roads, and then they all converge right here to cause lots of traffic. And the average amount of time somebody in Georgia, or in Metro Atlanta at least, will spend in traffic is about 500 years. And around Atlanta, we have other places like Mapleton and Austell, even Douglasville, if you're feeling crazy. I'm from way up here in this place. It's called Ackworth. It's home to about 40,000 people on a good day. Next to it, we have Kennesaw, which is where one of the state universities is. If you go down 41, which is a highway and not a freeway, with traffic lights and lots of traffic, you can go down 41 all the way through Atlanta and then all the way down. But on 41, you can also get lots of speeding tickets if you're in Cherokee County. And around Atlanta, there are big suburbs like Sandy Springs, Brookhaven, and Mapleton 1 2. Marietta is a weird area because it has a really well-established downtown, like a main street and everything, and then the worst people on earth around it. But that's just my opinion. Atlanta is a very culturally diverse area because it is part of the former Confederacy, which means that there's a lot of history going on around here. Kennesaw, way up here, has a national, it's not a national park. I think it's a state park. It might be a national park. I don't recall. Kennesaw Battlefield and all of the stuff to do with the Civil War. My specialty in history is not in the Civil War. It's in Nazi propaganda. So, I'm not the expert to ask on this part, but I know it's there because I've seen it many times. It's actually right here. Kennesaw Mountain National Battle Park. And when you look at it, it's next to Marietta. Funny how we name things. Anyway, Over this way, we have Austell and Powdered Springs. If you go a little bit further, where the coils are, you'll find Dallas, which is not Dallas, Texas, but Dallas, Georgia. When we look at all of the freeways, you'll see I-75 here, you'll see the Highway 19, the 285, and the 85. And then the 20 runs through. And when you look really close, this is where the state capitol is, the building. Over here is the governor's mansion. Here is Oglethorpe University. And here is the Jimmy Carter Library and Museum, which Jimmy Carter is the only president to come from Georgia. And he was, in fact, a peanut farmer. And here is the Martin Luther King National Historic Site, because Martin Luther King was from Atlanta. Here we have, oh goodness, I can't read, Bluth Heights University. We have a couple of more. Morehouse College, which is a HBCU, I think is how you say that. And then in this area, we have Atlantic Station, which was one of my favorite places to frequent as a teenager with no money. The Jewish Heritage Museum, the Center for Puppetry Arts, which is where they keep the old Sesame Street puppets, Rhodes Hall, Atlanta Botanical Garden, Woodruff's Art Center, Margaret Mitchell House. Emory University is over here, the DeKalb History Center, and let's see, Point University. And then down here near College Park is Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. And the Atlanta airport is the busiest airport on planet Earth. Sometimes it switches between this one and one in China, but for the most part and the longest amount of time, it has been this one. Let's see, is there any more lore about the area that I could share? I haven't lived in Metro Atlanta, goodness, in almost 6 years, 5.5 years, but I try to visit every once in a while. But it is the most familiar I am with a place, I think, especially over here. I think that's all the lore I have for today. But I think I will go through and I'll find some more places on the different maps, because I quite like maps and I'd like to share them. If there's anything else you'd like to see, please let me know. I'm open to anything. Well, not anything, but I'm open to lots of things, especially if it includes the yapping, because I love to do that. I hope you have a blessed day. Mwah.